never know if it could change your life. Take a chance, you're neither wrong or right. You never know if you don't roll them dice. You better roll them dice. You never know if it could change your life.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, Rob. Welcome to the end.
To the end of the beginning of the end, an infinite beginning of endings and beginnings. It's a really kind of like a recursive.
Yeah.
Yes. It's here we are. It's Dungeon Master of None, and we are talking about the quests from the Infinite Staircase, the actual, really final book of 5th edition adventure book. This is it, folks. Here it is. Here we are.
And we've made it to the end thanks to you, our Patreon subscribers. So if you'd like to hear this full episode and not just the first part, head over to patreon.com/Dungeon Master of None for all our reviews of another anthology adventure built around some kind of weak-ass spine. What's in here? The Lost City of...
Some real half-assed framing device, Matt.
Yes.
Listen, your generous donations have made it possible for us to endure
framing devices.
Yet another framing device. Yeah,
Rob and I are 80% framing devices at this point. It's very uncomfortable.
What have we got here, Matt?
All right,
what are we looking at?
The Lost City of Tizanjakanth, When a Star Falls, Beyond the Crystal Cave, Pharaoh, The Lost Caverns of Tizanjakanth, and The Lost City. Those are two different things. The Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. And that's it. And if these names sound familiar, these are all previously published D&D and AD&D adventures, most of them from the 80s, maybe one from the late 70s.
Yeah, so Wizards has done this before several times.
Yeah.
And
Tales from the Yawning Portal and The Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, I guess only twice is when they've technically done these two. And I don't inherently hate this idea or this exercise, and I like both Tales from the Yawning Portal and Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but it's you gotta put something into this. So before we delve into like what we're looking at here, like I do think there is value in revisiting some of these old modules. Some of them are fun, some of them are interesting. They all definitely need updating to be used for 5e. Whether or not that justifies an entire book is something else, and not bothering to really put any real glues, binding them together. It kind of feels like a missed. I'll be generous here, a missed opportunity. I'm not going to say it's lazy. I'm just going to say they could have done more with the framing device, which we'll discuss, or at least sort of like some sort of thematic connection between these adventures. But unlike let's use Saltmarsh as an example, right? Saltmarsh.
What do you get a bunch of other things in that? You get a guide to the city of Saltmarsh. You get a
hex crawl or a mini hex crawl.
Yeah, you get a map. Give information on tying these adventures together or using them as standalones, and you get rules for ship combat and sailing ships. What about in this one? What is the extra beyond this stuff?
And again, one more piece of praise for Saltmarsh, just as a concept, is if nothing else, the adventures are unified by being nautically themed, right? Like, even if the book didn't have all the other stuff, at the very least, it's like, here is a collection of nautical adventures that you could either use or run as one in your pirate or merchant ship or coastal campaign, right? Like, I guess like the bar is even lower than it has ever been, but that seems kind of like revolutionary compared to this. What we have here is there's a genie, and the genie is like, go do a quest for me. And also there's an infinite staircase, which you walk up and down, and there are doors that take you to other places where you do quests.
Right. I would rather have it go back to the way they did it with Tales from the Yawning Portal, which is just to say, hey, these are standalone adventures. Maybe if you want to tie them together, here's like 2 ideas. We're not going to build a framing device instead of building a half-ass framing device, right?
I mean,
and the Infinite Staircase
one,
is like a fun planar travel thing. It doesn't really make sense for this one. We're given a genie, and the vague threat of the Iron Shadow, a thing that destroys creativity. And Rob, was this like a bit of irony on, I noticed several of the designers of this were people who were fired in the mass Hasbro layoffs of December 2023. So are they just sort of, is this a parting shot of saying, hey, look, Wizards, you have no creativity left. You're publishing modules from 35 years ago. This is the villain, the Iron Shadow, the destroyer of creativity.
It seems almost too on point to be an accident. Like, it does seem to me like they were trying to say, like, look. You
better roll them dice. You never know if it could change your life. Take a chance, you need a wrong or right. You never know if you don't roll them dice. You better roll them dice. You never know if it could change your life. Take a chance.
If you'd like to hear the rest of this Patreon exclusive episode, head over to patreon.com/Dungeon Master of None to hear the rest and many more. And keep rolling them dice, folks.